Hello friends, myself Shriram Korde. In this video, we are going to work a process where we will find next permutation in lexical order, that means lexicographic order, for the permutation which is given here as FJADBIHGEC. So I have basically made this permutation using the index. So here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is what I have done. So now here the first step is essentially using the reference or the one that we have seen in our earlier video, where we have seen how do you compute previous permutation. So here the approach now is we are going to compare, where we are going to compare last and last minus one element. So that is last element and the last minus one element till you have this condition, that is last minus one is greater than last fails. Okay, so I have done this basic step. So here you will see I have started last minus 1 is greater than last, so that till it fails we will continue like that. So here you will see E is greater than C, yes, true. That means ASCII value of E is greater than C, so this is true. Similarly, G is greater than E, H, I, and now B, here you will see B is greater than I, so this fails. So that means this B is greater than I fails, and now from here that means this condition has failed. That means now we are ready to go towards the step 2. So as part of step 2, we are going to mark or pivot essentially. So we will mark P of I and P of I plus 1. So P of I plus 1 is what we will mark. Okay. So that means P is the pivot. Okay. So S1 is failed at B is equal to 4. Here you will see 0 we have started. So S1 has essentially failed at B is equal to 4. So here we will mark pivot as P of 4 is equal to B, and obviously here we know that I is equal to 4. Okay, so I is equal to 4. Okay, and P of 4 is this, and then P of I plus 1, which is essentially P of 5, is now I. Okay, so P of 5 is I. So now having done this step of marking, now we will compare the elements, and then when we are going to compare as part of step 3, so we will compare from Pi. So we will compare elements from Pi till end. Okay, so till end we will compare, and how? Till condition, that means we will compare till end or last element essentially till the condition P of I is less than its next element. So this is the condition. So this is the condition. We are going to compare P of I till the in that particular input which is given to the permutation input, and we are going to do the comparison. So let's do that. So here you will see P of 4 is equal to B, and the input is this. So this is the input. So let me just copy this input. So this is the input. So we can now compare B is less than I. So B is less than I, that is true. So this is true. So let me just put it here, true. Then we will see B less than H. Yes, so B is less than H. So like that this will continue. And you will see B is less than H, B is less than G, B is less than E, and B is less than C. So that means B is less than H, then G, then B less than E, and B less than C. Okay, B is less than C. So all these conditions are true. Okay. Now what is happening? So because this has ended, now there are no more elements. So no more elements are left. So what we do, since there are no more elements we left, that is no more elements are left, so we consider P of J. Now you will see J I am using, P of J is equal to C. So this is the P of J, which is C. Okay, now very important. However, there is a chance that I have this particular portion is different. Let us say that I have this portion is different. So I will take another example. Okay, so another example. So this is not with this example. Let us say that instead of here A is there. So what is now going to happen? all these things here will be like this only. So let me just copy and paste. However, here now there is going to be A, and now this fails. Okay, so because of this, so what we will consider now? So we consider previous element. So previous element is Pj. So previous element is Pj. Okay, so this particular is E now. So previous element is essentially E. So why? Because here it has failed. That means here when we were doing comparison, Bi it works. So here we will consider E as Pj. So note this Pj as E. So this is another example. And in that case, because here there were no more elements, so that's why we took last element. However, in case it fails, then from where it fails before that or the previous element is to be considered as the Pj. So this is just another quick input which is given to you. Then we will continue with our own example. So the step 4 now is we note Pj. So we note or mark essentially. So we mark Pj. So we mark Pj, which is basically C. Okay, so we have noted down, and Pj is now C, which is essentially the last element in our case. Then we are going to do the swapping. So what is the step 5? So essentially you just simply do swap Pi and Pj. So we swap P of I and P of J. So you do the swapping. So because of that swapping, what are you going to do? Is this is what was the input. So because of swapping, we get instead of B now this will be C, and instead of, so let me just put it here. So because of swapping, we are going to get, so B will become C and this particular last will become B. So we have done the swapping. So this is the output of swapping. Now what we do is essentially we know that now we have to do reversing. Okay, so the last step is now we are done. So we do reverse from where? So reverse from P of I plus 1, reverse from P of I plus 1 till end of the string. Okay, and while from start or while from start element till element before P of I plus 1, that is P of I. So P of I plus 1 remains same. That means from start till P of I plus 1. Now here I plus 1 essentially is P of 5. I have told you this. This is I plus 1 which was P of 5 which is I. Okay, this is that I element. So what you do till before I plus 1, that means this particular thing will remain the same. So the answer is now FJADC, and now we reverse from I plus, that is from P of I plus 1. So reversing means B will come here, then E, then G, then H, and then I. So this essentially is our answer. This is the answer which is next permutation. This is the answer which is the next permutation. So I hope you got this, the way in which we got it. So essentially like what we did is like from the start till before P plus I plus 1. So P I plus 1 was essentially this one. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this was basically the I plus 1. So what we did is like here before I plus 1, that is up to Pi, we kept it like this, and then we reversed from I plus 1 till end, and that's what you got the answer. So this is the answer of the input which was provided here as part of our this one example. This is FJADBIHGEC. So this is the answer. I hope you got this video and this overall process. Thank you.